It boggles my mind that we have more people dying from addiction recovery than anything else, than anything we've ever seen. Just from the opioid epidemic alone, one plane full goes down every single day. And now we're still having to convince people that this is a big deal. This is for all of us, guys. The leaders of today need to listen to this. The recovery advocacy movement is not for people who are just in recovery. It's for people who believe in hope, who believe that everyone should share and equitable access to the treatment and recovery support services that they need. During the civil rights movement, their leader had a direct weekly line of communication to the President of the United States. Are we doing anything on the local level that really would warrant the President of the United States to call one of our leaders and say, okay, tell me what you need? And right now we'll make a Facebook post trying to figure out how best to get funded to start an entity. And culture doesn't change just by a lot of people being really nice and spreading hope. I'm pretty sure that's never actually freaking happened, where just enough happiness changed everything. We may be exceptionally unpopular next week on Twitter. We may not get that funding. The whole secret plan is that we are creating a culture where my daughter will never, ever have to choose recovery or education. She grows up in a culture where she gets what she needs, and it's not going to be only if mommy and daddy have enough money. When we start articulating and challenging our leaders and our decision makers, somebody says enough is enough is enough, we have to do something different. Have to be able to make things awkward. Have to be able to challenge the status quo. Eventually, somebody says this is absolute bullshit, absolute insanity, and people get on board and say, I'm with it. I genuinely hope and pray that this does happen in my lifetime. I can't just go around pretending like I don't know anymore. One of the largest sayings is, by our silence we let others define us. But I say that not to the people that haven't heard this message. I say that to the people that know exactly what I'm talking about. The current leaders of organizations, of movements, of entities, of constituencies, of all pathways to recovery, of all types of recovery. There are some of us that know, and we have a responsibility to carry this to the next level and make things uncomfortable. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore that you know that there are hundreds of people dying every day. But for the general public that don't know all about the infighting and why our movement hasn't officially taken off for 3 decades, is we need you. Allies, friends, supporters, we need you to get on board. The recovery advocacy movement is not for people who are just in recovery. It's for people who believe in hope, who believe that everyone should share and equitable access to the treatment and recovery support services that they need. I was given an opportunity to receive the hope and the help and the empowerment that I needed, but I shouldn't feel like I got a golden ticket. I should have a mission every day to make sure that that opportunity is provided fairly, equitably to every person who needs it in this country, to change history and save lives that I'll never even know that we saved.